and welcome back to another episode of Quest for the Golden Creeper, my survival Let's Play series, The Rebirth, Season 2. I'm your host, GoMetaMouth06, and welcome. In the last episode, I built this, an elevator designed by Ilmango, and in today's episode, we're going to try and do a little explanation at the beginning. But it's not going to be really a big explanation, just going to show you all the redstone and say, go to Ilmango's channel to really get a better understanding of how it works. From what I get, there's a flying machine, and you activate it. You activate it to make it go up and down depending on what observer it is. The top observer makes it go down, the bottom makes it go up. Very simple, very easy. A call function works. There's a call function that calls the elevator, and all it does is it looks for where the elevator is, finds it, and then calls it to you. If you're below, it will go down. If you're above, it will go up. And that's basically the premise. It's semi-complicated redstone, so I'm not going to try it. So I would strongly recommend going to Ilmango's channel to understand it. So we got that out of the way, and let's get into today's episode because I have something very interesting for you guys.
So that redstone was a lot more complicated than I really know how to explain. But I hope I explained it pretty well. So guys, what are we going to be doing in today's episode? Well, we're going to be doing something interesting. A bit more interesting. I showed this off in the previous episode. Yeah, it's working pretty well. AFK a little bit to get some items. So I installed something, and I'm going to show you that right now really quick. Just in creative mode because I need to do it simply with a mob. I will dump these items, but I installed something that is pretty cool, and I need to kill this guy. Oh, did he drop it? Yes, there we go. There is an evoker head, and you may be like, what? Well, I will leave down in the description where I found this. It's not a mod. It is loot tables, custom loot tables made by Xisumavoid, a hermitcraft folk and a YouTuber, very famous, pretty famous Minecraft YouTuber. He and his team created custom loot tables for mob drops for their heads. I don't have the updated version of it that they use on the hermitcraft server because they are not allowing people to use that updated version yet. Which is a kind of a shame. There is the one thing that I did not realize too that kind of bugs me, but I guess we'll just have to deal with it. The Ender Dragon drops an Elytra, Dragon Egg, and a Dragon Head, and I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. In all honesty, this is basically upgraded vanilla. This is what this series is pretty much based on. Slightly upgraded vanilla at some points just to make it a little bit interesting. And shulkers drop 2 shulker shells instead of just 1 all the time, 100% of the time. I can't really change that. I have an entity. I need to get rid of the command block because I don't know if the command block actually affects this. But that kind of sucks. So the title of this episode is obviously headhunting, and that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing mob drop, custom mob headhunting. And the first couple we're going to be doing is actually pretty much the easiest ones that you can get a hold of. And that's the pig, the sheep, the chicken, and the cow. And we're going to try and get their heads. And I say that we're going to say that mainly because I need a source of food really badly. I won't lie. Potatoes aren't cutting it. all the carrots and potatoes. They don't really cut it for me. I need some meat. Bread doesn't work either. I don't really like bread. It's a little bit too much. In all honesty, I need meat. So chickens, cows, and sheep are a pretty good way to do that. And the drop rate is insanely low. Even with loading, it's like 0.00 something percent. But you can look it up on his Xisumavoid's website with the custom loot drop, the custom heads. It's very easy to find. Eventually it's going to be updated once 1.13 comes out because they're actually changing how loot tables, resource packs, and kind of that are installed. They're doing something called data packs. I don't know how it kind of works, but it sounds a little bit simpler. So we're gonna find an area where we can put these farms. I'm trying to stay away from doing it too close to home, and main reason I'm doing that is because lag. There's still a decent amount of lag I experience, and to be honest, I don't really enjoy the lag. And I want to fix. Oh, he spawned on top of that. Did not realize they could spawn on top of that. Come here, you. Zombies, creepers, and skeletons do not drop their heads, though. You still have to get those from a charged creeper. You have to get that the vanilla way. Are you okay, Mr. Zombie? Can I jump up there? No, go away. We can break that with that. There we go. And we can jump up there and get that torch. There we go. And put those down right there. So I'm gonna find the perfect place for this. I'm probably not too far away from home. Maybe near the witch hut actually. Yeah, I think that will do because we have some animals over there still that we can easily get. And that will be a lot simpler. So I'm gonna go head over to the witch farm, the witch hut, the witch farm it is, and I'm gonna fly around a little bit to find some animals and maybe find a better spot to actually put the animals. Got some pigs, got some sheep, that's good, and there I just killed a skeleton trap over there. I always thought those only were summoned and spawned, but I guess not. It's in the area. I don't know when that changed. You may see the magenta glass going around. That's just for the border. I was planning when building the witch farm to make everything out of magenta glass. The lower end. I've actually changed my mind about that, and I will be explaining what we're going to be doing in a future episode, but that's for another day. Right now, we need to find a nice open area. I think we're going to just tear down a couple of these trees, so right in here, this looks pretty good, because there's the river right here. Oh, that river goes... Oh, we can fill that up with some dirt. There's a river right there. Yeah, okay. This is going to be very interesting. So I'm going to be chopping down some trees, and while I'm doing that, mention something. This episode was unplanned in the sense that this is a replacement episode for the actual episode that was supposed to go on. I recorded it, and I didn't like it. And the reason I didn't like it was I was trying to remake I tore down Ilmango's blast chamber and his log storage for the tree farm because it broke because of lag, and I was like, oh, I can make something to fix it. Well, that turns out it wasn't as good as his because of how the item pistons work and things like that, and redstone timing, so I was kind of a little disappointed in that. So we have to not really worry about that too much, so I'm kind of very upset that it's not working. I will be rebuilding it again, the blast chamber system, but what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and get a script, clicking script, an auto clicker from a friend of mine. We're going to try and make one together, mainly because I think it's because it clicks too fast and the logs get pushed too fast, and that breaks the entire system, and then timings get off and yada yada yada. And I want to test it with a clicking script, a slow clicking script, to see if that actually affects how fast. It would affect the amount of wood I would get per hour, but I don't really care about that. Wood is wood. Overnight, getting thousands of logs, that's fine with me, but making sure it doesn't break is also kind of important to me. So anyways, that is just a little heads up for you. I'm going to clear a little bit more of this area, and hopefully we can then lure some animals in here and begin the head hunting as a proof of concept. So we've done a lot. We got this area cleared out. We're gonna actually, in a little bit, clear out an area towards the witch farm a little bit. I'm going to leave the birch tree here. At first I thought this was a lone birch tree in a roof forest, and then I just turned around and saw those two, and I saw some over there. So I'm actually going to leave the birch tree there. I think it looks nice. We go over here, and we have some more space. And we're going to leave the giant mushroom because it looks cool. So we have a lot of space over here. I made some fences, so we're going to begin fencing off. Ooh, some mushroom blocks. Fencing off some of the area. I'm going to... oops, dang it. Okay, there we go. And that should be a good amount of space. So all I'm going to do is make some giant fences that will fence in a lot of the animals. Pigs, sheep, cows, just a lot of them. This area over here is going to be a good place for it all. Let's put that back there. And I'm going to probably terraform more of this land going this way because I don't want the fences to attach up like this to the wall. And that's probably a good enough size for our first pen. And there we go. And then we need to put some fences. So this is all I'm going to be doing. And I can get our first subject. All we need is 2 of every animal. I'll probably bring in all the animals from around the area that are in a reasonable traveling distance, like this pig right here. I'm just going to walk over, bring it up, and just whoop, and insert the pig in here, and whoop, and take that, and we're good. And that's all I'm going to be doing for the next few minutes. Just, didn't put a fence right there. Next few minutes, just putting an area, chopping down some areas, putting animals in these areas, or I'm going to probably have to chop out a little bit more land. I need to fill it in this area too. And once we get that done, we can then move more animals over here and begin collecting some of the heads. So let's just get this done, shall we? 1, 2, 3, and 4. They're all situated, which is very nice. I have a little extra resources, a lot more than I thought I would need. So now I'm gonna travel around. There's a couple pigs and sheep and chickens up over there, close to where the witch farm. And let's just grab these pigs. Come on. And I'm gonna just put these animals in the respective places. I'm going to be pretty much doing this for a very decent amount of time. Come on, pig, don't get stuck. There we go, pig. There we go. There's the piggy. And let's do this. The good thing about using leads, we don't have to use food, and we don't have to use carrots, wheats, or potatoes. And we can easily lose them, grab the sheep, and just waltz on out. So this is going to be a decent amount of time spent doing this. I think I found a glitch. This is not supposed to happen. There's just sheep on the end of that. This is very weird. Not going to lie. And with these 3 chickens, we have collected all the mobs that we need to breed up to get some good meats and some mob heads. So we got sheep, we got pigs, cows, and chickens. One thing about the sheep is for every color of sheep, there is a sheep head. So all 16 colors have a sheep head. There is not one for the shaved sheep, but I don't know. For right now, we're going to go for white, and that's going to be it for now. But we're going to go to just try and get all these mob heads by the end of the episode. Right now, we're actually going to be doing something a little different too. We need food supplies for these animals. So wheat seeds, carrots, or potatoes. We're going to do carrot. No, we're going to do potatoes. No one really does potatoes. Everyone thinks of carrots. So right over here, I'm going to clear out these trees, and I'm going to put some mini farms right here. Manual farms, of course, that I have to mine out. that I have to collect with fortune to then use the items to breed the sheep, chickens, and cows. So this is gonna take a while, but it will be worth it in the end. So now I have gone and collected some foods for our little animals here. And remove the shovel. And the chickens can be bred as well. Let's hop up there. And we are just breeding every one of the animals now. And it's going to be a long process for sure. Very long process. We already have a decent amount, but we need hundreds, so that's going to be a timely task for sure to do. But in the end, it will be worth it, I would say. So I'm going to be AFKing for a little bit and waiting for things to grow, and then breeding, then waiting for things to grow, then breeding, and things of that progression. So that's how it's gonna work. And then when that is ready and the pens are basically filled up, we'll begin the slaughter. Guys, I'm not feeling too good. Something happened to my head, and now I'm a girl. Welcome back, everyone. Sorry about that. I'm fine. We got some, I almost said squid heads off camera. Very easy to get. Not too bad to get them. Ooh, they're actually really easy to get. They're not too hard to get. But we're back here. Got the farm built up. I don't know if I pointed that out. We have a lot of the animals farms here. I have noticed that the animals are escaping because of the entities pushing the unit collisions. So I think it's time to kill them. Sheep. So what was I going to talk about? Yes, sheep have a 0.05% chance to drop head, and it's like 0.01% chance with looting. Plus with looting. And that's the same with chickens and cows. Pigs are 0.5% chance to drop their head with the same point. It might be 0.1% chance plus with looting for every thing of looting. So it's going to be a bit, so about 0.08% chance for those 3 mobs with looting and 0.8% chance over here to get them. So 0.08 over there and 0.8. So right now we're going to do a time-lapse, first person of me killing everything, and seeing if we can actually get the heads. I might be doing the bow. We're not going to kill too much. There's already a lot in here, but I'm going to leave maybe 20. Try and leave 20, but we'll see how many of the heads we get. And in this time, and if we don't get one, we'll just have to keep going, keep breeding until we do get one, because I'm finishing off this episode when I actually have a head. So let's get this time-lapse rolling. Did I forget to mention that I think the skins are broken? The server's offline. Oh, where did that bow? Let's see, can I shoot? And so my bow is pointed down, yet I'm shooting up. So weird. So we got some heads. That time lapse was kind of funny because of how quick we got some of them. We got 4 sheep heads and 1 cow head. 1 sheep head and 1 cow head. I literally jumped in, killed maybe 2 or 3, and boom. Got a head. I killed like 1 cow in there and I got a head, but I didn't get a chicken and I didn't get a pig. So we're going to be working on that. So I have to breed up a little bit more of these things, but let's take a look at what we look like. This is more. So that's the cow, and then there's the buying sheep. We're gonna have to breed up the sheep a little later and color their wool. So that's what we're gonna do. Ooh, that's cool. I wish Fire Arrow would set things on fire. So that's that head. Too bad the skins aren't working. I want my regular skin back. We also have gotten a lot of food, which is an understatement, to be honest. This is the food I'm actually going to be having in my offhand. And let's get the mutton as well. Let's throw the mutton in here. So we got a lot of food. I got to cook some back at the base. Like all this stuff needs to be cooked as well. We might need to. Yes, we should just flip this around. There we go. Okay. Whoop. There we go. We got a lot of stuff. I'm actually pretty surprised on that. We have a lot of eggs too. We can repopulate the chickens with that. So I'm just gonna have to be doing some more chicken breeding. Chicken breeding is not hard because they lay eggs. The more chickens you have, the more you get quicker. So I'm okay with that. I'm gonna breed up the pigs, and we're gonna get some more. Try and get a pig head. I'll be not time lapsing it, but I'll probably record the session of the killing. And if I don't get a head, I'll delete the recording. If I do get a head, I'll keep that. I'll cut the session up a bit and put that part in when we get ahead. So that's how that's gonna work. So it's gonna be a while, so I'll see you guys back here when I get all that pretty much done. Wow, that was just sometimes this very surprises me when I get one. So that is, I got another one. Got all the heads now, so that's good. We need to drop off the beacons, by the way. So we got a chicken. We got the chicken. We got the cow. We got the pig. That's what we look like as the chicken. And this is what we look like as the pig. So that's kind of cool. I kind of like the chicken. I do like the chicken. It's my spirit animal. But before we end it off, because that is where we're going to end it, guys, let's look at the statistics of how many things we actually killed to get the head. So the cow and the sheep, and part of this is not really accurate. So I got the cow one, like, probably originally there was 353 cows, so I probably got it at like 352. So it was like 1 cow kill, 2 cow kills. The chickens originally was 456, and now it's 825. The sheep was originally 160. Let's go to the pig first. Pig was originally 435, and now it's 643. So that's pretty good. And the sheep, I need to go up, was originally 160, and now it's 257. So that is some pretty interesting odds. But that is where we're just gonna have to end it off, guys. I need to take these out and put that over here. We're gonna need to set that up because we got those in the last episode. So that's gonna be the end of the episode. Thanks for all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you guys later. Links, as always, will be in the description down below to where you can get these custom mob heads.